So we got an update from YouTube. And honestly, I got to say that if there's any channel out there,
I'm gonna say it's bright over there.
if there's any channel out there that is qualified to share this information, I would hope that it's mine. What's the title you got there?
16 AGs slam YouTube for adding objectively untruthful context disclaimer on abortion video.
So this is the Attorney Generals. Mm-hmm. It's almost like we are experiencing some changes, some rightings of some wrongs maybe. Ironically, we were just talking about Nikki Haley dropping out. You were saying how Mitch McConnell endorsed Trump. Mm-hmm. And now I see that YouTube is getting served notice that they can't do whatever they want to do and get away with it.
Nice.
You read what it has to say?
The AGs threaten legal action if YouTube doesn't remove or correct misleading context disclaimer. So according to this...
So the context disclaimer is a little blue box that you'll see at the bottom of or underneath some videos, depending on if you're talking about certain subjects. This video itself may end up... Oh, pull it up on your phone.
Oh, will it work there?
Pull it up on your phone. See if it'll... Because it worked on my phone. Fox News is saying we have to be a subscriber, pay a fee to be in there.
Doesn't work for me.
Okay, hang on.
Hold on, let's try this.
Yeah, you gonna try it on yours?
Yeah, just go to Yahoo.
So this context disclaimer is a little blue box they put underneath videos. It's not like it's a flag or a strike, but essentially YouTube wants to step in and try and be somewhat of a parental chaperone for viewers before they consume this content. Mm-hmm. And so they put this little box, and it's like, hey, just so you know, it's like warning, cigarettes can... I don't know what the cigarette warning says, but it's like one of those.
Yeah. So according to this, it says a group of Republican attorneys general are demanding that YouTube remove a misleading context disclaimer on a video posted by a pro-life group warning about chemical abortions. In a letter sent Monday to Neil Moen, the CEO of YouTube, which is owned by Google, by the way, Iowa Attorney General Brenna Bird, along with 15 of her GOP colleagues, criticized the platform for adding objectively untruthful context notes to certain videos and demanded the company immediately remove or correct a misleading information panel attached to a video posted by Alliance Defending Freedom, or ADF for short. The video references of a woman describing her excruciating experience of inducing a chemical abortion at home alone without a doctor or nurse present. It says your bias against pro-life and pro-woman messages is un-American, inconsistent with the liberties protected by the First Amendment, and in this case, illegal. It must stop, the letter says.
Yeah. So, YouTube has recently, I think, tried to go down this left-leaning, liberal, progressive path of censorship in regard to trying to protect everybody, mm-hmm. But in this instance, they're saying that it's untruthful. Mm-hmm.
Now, is it protect everybody or is it keep everybody in the dark?
Well, I think that they would look at it from the standpoint of they are protecting you. Okay. Let's just say, for instance, you don't want your kids to watch as they grow up. You don't want your kids to watch any content that's on TV for the most part, but any content that would be rated over G, Mm-hmm. Or you don't want them to go anywhere, especially not without you. Mm-hmm. And you're trying to protect them. Mm-hmm. But are you really? For example, when they do have to be exposed to these situations.
Max.
Hey.
You're not a barker. What are you doing? I know they barked first, but you don't bark back. You're good. Good boy.
you get exposed to these situations. Now you don't know how to behave. No pun intended.
No funny. He was like, I just wanted them to know my bark is bigger. So
You don't know how to behave in these situations because you've never been exposed to them because your parents protected you from them.
Yeah.
So did they really?
It's very interesting you just said that. You need to watch what I recorded for 2.0 later.
Well, give a little bit of,
It's along those lines of, by not telling your children about the dangers in the world, they may not recognize the red flags or the signs of the dangers once they are presented to them or with them, and it could be detrimental.
But honestly, I hope that maybe YouTube can find some sort of balance and equilibrium, and maybe depending on what happens in November, maybe YouTube changes. Maybe YouTube, theoretically, let's just say, the tide changes. There's a changing of the guard, theoretically, metaphorically speaking. Business would change.
Yeah.
Business in general would change.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube is about business. YouTube is about making money. Google, Alphabet. This, I think they're shooting for $50 billion of a $250 billion industry. I mean, that's a fifth of the entire creator economy right here on this platform. Well, if other things shift and change, then maybe YouTube would shift and change because they want to align with the businesses.
It's interesting to me that you were able to say fifth without going 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
I could, you could.
I couldn't. Did you read what the actual note is that YouTube added to the video?
I have not.
Because it is a blatant lie. So the context note posted by YouTube states that abortion is a procedure to end a pregnancy. It uses medicine or surgery to remove the embryo or fetus and placenta from the uterus. The procedure is done by a licensed healthcare professional. There's the lie. That last sentence is the lie. Done by a healthcare professional. If you are taking the medicine at home, there is no healthcare professional there. And that's what that video is about. So it's a blatant lie.
So now I'm confused. What is an at-home chemical?
It's a abortion pill for at home. So where it causes a miscarriage in essence.
Okay, it's interesting that they chose the word chemical.
Because
I'm thinking liquid.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a liquid or a pill. I think it's a pill, but it is. It's something that you can now. CVS and Walgreens have now made it so it's available at their pharmacies. I think it started last week. They will now sell it over the counter. Not over the counter. I don't remember if it's over the counter or prescription, but you can get it at the pharmacy there.
So basically, what it will boil down to is that disclaimer, that notification, that warning will be removed. It will be replaced with another sans some of the words that. Yeah.
Because according to the attorney generals, they say the last sentences of the notice is both false and misleading, which is facts for them.
It's all about the letter of the law, in essence, really.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Regardless, I still think YouTube is a great platform. YouTube is going to be, YouTube's going to capture the lion's share of business advertising attention, viewership, revenue, and I have links in the description for anybody who wants to get a piece of that or be a part of it, and training and collective conversations and masterminds and discussions on how to do that for any and everybody. And it's actually interesting because I did a video today for another channel, and it's for YouTube coaching and training. And I reference Charlie Chang. And Charlie Chang, if you would, do me a favor, pull up Social Blade.
This is totally off topic, but I saw you walk out of the room earlier before you left while I was still on the couch, and I know my eyes saw what you were wearing, and yet I still am wearing the exact same colors as you.
Maybe that's why it happens. That inspires you, Charlie Chang. That inspires you to choose what you're going to wear because subconsciously.
I want to look like you.
Well, I did it sort of yesterday.
And I'm wearing red shoes later, and you're wearing a red hat, so there's that.
So how many views? Let's see. Charlie Chang in the last 30 days has received how many views?
1.04 million.
And pull up your channel, your main channel. And how many views have you received in the last 28 days is what YouTube will show you by default.
1.096 million.
Okay. So you're right there with Charlie Chang. Mm-hmm. Did you make $250,000 last month?
I did not make $250,000 last month.
He did. Okay. And he consistently does this with just about 1 million views a month. So it's really important to realize the value in the content that you create and who the target audience is and who it connects with and what that means in regard to revenue, income, and profit.
Yeah.
Because 1 million views and it bringing in $250,000 is way different than 1 million views bringing in
Not $250,000. Not even $250,000.
If anybody's gotten 1 million views in the last month, or you haven't, you can take your RPM and you can multiply it by 1 million views and you know what that would bring you. And odds are it's not going to be anywhere near $250,000. But it's because YouTube is parts of a whole. And YouTube only actually Alphabet, Google, AdSense paid Charlie Chang 25%. The other 50% came from sponsorships and affiliates, and the other 25% I think came from courses. But those sponsorships, affiliates, and courses will never reach those who will actually pay for them if your content structure, strategy, channel, brand isn't built out in a way to connect with them.
That makes perfect sense.
Link down below in the description if you want to know more. If not, have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.